former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, has said that he will be making a big announcement next week in Florida as he teased a third presidential run-up while campaigning in Ohio ahead of the final day of voting in this year's midterm elections.
Now, Trump has been increasingly explicit about his plans to launch a third presidential campaign, saying in recent days that he would run again and would be formalizing his intentions very, very soon.
But not to detract from tomorrow's very important, even critical election. And I would say, in the strongest way, it's a country-saving election, specifically including the election of all the people that I'm going to name. I'm going to be making a very big announcement on Tuesday, November 15th at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida.
Now, on the other hand, Donald Trump has repeatedly hinted at making an announcement to run for president again. However, Republican officials and some people in Trump's orbit had urged him to wait until after the midterms were over to launch his campaign, in part to avoid turning the election into a referendum on him and to shield him from potential blame should Republicans not do as well as the party hopes.
Going across to Srinjoy now. Srinjoy, possible comeback of Donald Trump, because the way he left is something that the world will never forget. What really are we expecting now? A Republican victory?
Yes, a Republican victory is on the cards because of high inflation and other problems. But this is in the midterm elections. The Democrats had a very thin margin in any case. They were leading in the House of Representatives by about 5 to 6 votes, and they were level in the Senate, 50-50. And Kamala Harris, the vice president, was actually doing the casting vote. So a Republican takeover of both houses is not a surprise. Many of the people who have won have been supporters of Trump in the past, which is why Trump is as positive as he is. He actually believes, rightly or wrongly, that if there is an election for president today, he will defeat President Biden. He actually believes that. Now, of course, it's a long way off. It's 2 years before the election. First of all, there has to be a he has to become the Republican presidential candidate. There will be runoffs, and he will have to be declared the candidate after all those primaries.
Yes.
So it's not going to be just a very easy cakewalk. There's a long way to go. A lot of things can happen between now and the elections.
Of course, it is not going to be a cakewalk, Srinjoy, and now all eyes will be on the big announcement which is likely to take place. But also the worry among some Republicans is that Trump's news would overshadow the midterms and send Democratic voters scrambling to the polls. Thank you, Srinjoy, for all those insights. On that note, it's a wrap.